Hello! For our art history lesson today, we're going to be talking about a different kind of art. But let's do a little bit of review. Do you remember his name? Henri Matisse. And what did he use in this picture to show emotion? Yes, colors, crazy colors, right? He took a serious subject matter. She doesn't look very happy, but then he used bright, happy colors to express emotion. And when he got older, he couldn't use his fingers. He got arthritis in his hands and it hurt too bad for him to manipulate the paintbrush with his fingers. So he started to use scissors and glue, and he used a method called collage, which is based off a French word which means to glue. And he would cut out the shapes. And shortly before he died, like his last painting that he made, he did from his hospital bed, and he would direct the people where to glue the stuff on the floor for him because he couldn't get around to do that. What is this painting called? The snail. That's right. Here's the antenna, and here's the head, and there's the shell. Good. All right. What does it mean when you can draw a line down the middle and it's the same on both sides? What's the word for that? Do you remember? Symmetry. Good. Okay. All right, and this is what we're doing today. So, for a long time, artists would paint, they had to make money. And so they would paint paintings for people like for kings and queens and people with a lot of money. They would paint portraits so that they didn't have cameras. They could remember what people looked like and to make representations of themselves. And they were also paid by the church to make religious paintings, not the Church of Jesus Christ, but I think it was the Catholic Church was really, they had most of the money were either the royalty or the church. And so they would paint scenes from the Bible. And then there came this movement where people started to appreciate art for art's sake, and instead of painting something, like they would paint pictures, all the stuff that we have now, like all the different art movements are just because art is awesome. And one thing that they started painting were landscapes. So a landscape is a picture of nature where there might be people in it, but the people aren't the most important part of the painting. The most important part of the painting is to appreciate the landscape, the earth and the beauty of it. So this is a really cool painting that I love of a sunset against the mountains, and it's painted by this guy right here. His name is Caspar David Friedrich, and we are going to make a picture of the sunset. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to need. You're going to need a piece of paper that is a quarter sheet. You should have a blank paper. It's not the most important thing, but it would be if you were here, is I need you to write your name on the back of this paper so that I make sure it gets in your book when you're finished. So write your name on the back and then turn it over. So you're going to need that. You're going to need your small paintbrush. You're going to need white and orange paint. And we'll get started with those to start. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint using shades of orange. So this is what we want it to turn out like when we're finished. See how it's light in the middle and it gets darker as we go out? So we're going to do this every time we make a circle. We're going to dip our paintbrush in the orange, and then we're going to dip it in the white, and we're going to stir it up. Okay? So this is just a tiny bit orange now. It just has a tiny little dot of orange paint, and I'm going to paint a circle right here in the middle of my paper. Okay? Then I'm going to do it again. One dot in the orange, and then stir it up in here. Really good. And then you're going to make a circle around this one. Make sure not to cover up the circle. Just make a circle around it. And leave some there. Now dot again and stir. Okay. You're going to go just around the outside of that one a little bit. So this line is a little bit darker than the one that's inside of it. And the one inside of that is even lighter. And you dot it again in the orange and you paint it. You know, stir it up in there. Okay, and we'll go around the outside of that. It's just a little bit darker. Each time we go one dot, one dip, I guess is a better way of saying it. And then around the outside. And you're going to do that until you get to the outside edge of your paper and the very outside edge of your paper. Like I did here, you can paint it the dark, just the straight orange. But we're going to keep going. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more circles and then I'm going to let you finish yours without me because you don't need to watch it. So anyway, after you paint that all and it ends up like this, and you have all the circles and the outside edges are dark orange, you'll let it dry. And then you're going to find the black paper rectangle like this. And you want to tear it so that it looks like mountains. So here's one that I've torn. See how that looks like mountains? Here's the other piece that was with it right here. So they both look like mountains, you can see. So I'm gonna start tearing mine. Okay, so I'm gonna tear it right here. I'm gonna kind of go up, zigzag, and then I'm gonna go down, and then up, and down, up. And just kind of tear it so it like has mountains. See how I make them all jagged? And some of them are bigger and some of them are smaller. And then you'll look at both of them and decide which one you like better. You like this one? That's kind of a cool mountain range. Or do you like this one? So you can pick for yours, and then you'll pick one of them, and you'll put glue on the back. And you're going to glue it right here on the bottom of your paper so it looks like the sunset.